In the soft light of morning, hikers make their way through the woods, following an ancient path.
But this is the Stagecoach Road here. This is where it came up to the top.
Years ago, this was about the only way up or down what is commonly called Monteagle Mountain, which technically isn't a mountain, but part of the Cumberland Plateau.
Mr. Harbarger ran this road as a toll road from probably the 1840s till the 1870s. Bringing a stagecoach or something like that up this mountain would be a pretty arduous task, but there just weren't any other roads.
Today, the old Stagecoach Road is paved with pedals.
Tons and tons of Dutchman britches. They're out from top to bottom. We normally see 3 trilliums here: the cuneatum, the grandiflora, the large flowered, and the red trillium, but the southern red is the last one to bloom.
Hike leader Jim Poteet never tires of talking flowers.
This bank has some saxifrage on it, but it's not beginning to bloom. We got some chickweed down there. I just love the outdoors and love sharing what little bit I know about it. I'm not a botanist by training or anything. I just enjoy being out, enjoy hiking, and enjoy the wildflowers, and like to share it. This right here is one of our trilliums. I think this is going to be a red, southern red.
Oh, really?
While Jim points out wildflowers,
Blewit. These little blue ones, they're one of the first flowers to come out in the spring. Now, the saxifrage is this right here.
his wife Marietta does the same, miles away at the Sewanee Natural Bridge.
You can see the iron, you can see where the water has dug out holes, and it's just fascinating through here. You can see the white lichen on the rock, and that also helps erode the rock.
Jim and Marietta moved here from Hendersonville when they retired.
We chose to come to a place where we have hiked and have come to for 40 years. This is a special place to us, so to be able to share this and tell other people what a wonderful place this is, the flowers, the trees, the mindset of conservation is extremely special to me.
That special place is South Cumberland, Tennessee's largest wilderness state park. And the people they're sharing it with have come from all over to enjoy Trails and Trilliums, a 3-day festival celebrating the wild wonders found here.
Right here is your filmy fern, and this is one of the few places that it grows. It is extremely rare.
You can almost see through it.
Does anybody know what the Tennessee bicentennial tree is? It's something called yellowwood. It has a trunk that has character.
We're very focused on getting everybody into the park. Lots of short trips, and we provide van transportation and wonderful guides so that people who had never been to Natural Bridge or Fiery Gizzard or Stone Door would get an opportunity to do that.
Linda Berry drove up all the way from Huntsville, Alabama.
It's just so beautiful. Everywhere you look, there seems to be something blooming. You can't walk a step hardly without seeing something.
It's waxier. It's evergreen.
Linda started spending time in the woods when she was a little girl and never stopped.
I've hiked in every state in the United States. People are always saying to me, "Oh, you're hiking here and hiking there." I said, I think maybe a stroll is a better way to say what I actually do in the woods, because you see so much if you're just ambling along and taking your time. It's just the color.
While hiking certainly is a big part of Trails and Trilliums, it's not the only thing. Whether old or young, there's something here for everyone.
From picnics with Davy Crockett and Teddy Roosevelt to native plants and art for the park, there's lots to see and do on the grounds of the Monteagle Sunday School Assembly, which hosts the annual event.
We've got beautiful, fine artwork, and we have vendors as well selling all kinds of crafts. We have workshops and lectures, talks about various things that are going on. We've got children's activities.
Things like close-up encounters with cool critters, hay rides, rope climbs up steep hills, and giant swings overlooking a high bluff.
People that grow up around here, they're used to the woods, but not necessarily so if you grow up in Nashville or Memphis or a larger city. So this event kind of opens up new things to kids, especially who grew up in a more urban environment.
It was a bit scary, but I was just like relaxing, feeling the air, It was really nice.
The greatest favor that our adults can do for the future of this republic is to take their children and their grandchildren not only out to parks are important, but out into the wild places of the parks. Show those children that they've got the right stuff in them by letting them have some great adventures.
These children are the ones that are going to inherit these parks, and we want to get them started early caring about the critters and the land here.
Trails and Trilliums is a major fundraiser for the Friends of South Cumberland, one of Tennessee's leading land preservation and conservation groups. But more important than raising money is raising awareness of the importance of nature to people and people to nature.
Our environment, goodness, it's all we've got. So it's very important, I think, to share flowers and trees and water, just the whole spectrum of our natural world, to make people aware of where they're living and what's out there for them.
What's out there is a world of wonder, waiting to be experienced and needing our care, even at places like South Cumberland State Park.
It's so important that we all become involved with our parks, that the parks have the support of people. The parks are ours. They're a place where you and I and our friends and everybody and their children can get out and really enjoy nature. The more people we can interest in the Friends of the Park, the more people I think we can interest in conservation of these really special places.
Places where we can all hike the trails and see the trilliums for many years to come. I'm Ken Tucker on the Wild Side.